presentation. Basically today, I try to keep the incitement how nowadays IoT devices are important, especially in healthcare technology. It's just a small glimpse about our beautiful campus symbiosis. It's around spread up in around 600 acres. Basically, in this session, basically I discuss about that around the healthcare challenges and then how IoT get contribute inside the healthcare technologies. Okay, so nowadays there is a 2 3 year very popular buzzwords artificial intelligence system, machine learning, IoT, and deep learning, and they are combinedly helping humans to get their tasks done with the least effort that now day by day every day populations are increasing that, and same as much population is there, healthcare industries are also growing that. Not only healthcare industries that there are so many subordinate industries like the insurance sectors that, and then hospital management, that medical devices and lot of other things are combinedly grow that. Especially during the COVID-19 era, entire world realized that we needed the exact device to recognize early disease symptoms. So we identified diseases in the early stage that, and main in condition of many diseases you did not able to identify, and based on the symptoms that we needed device which exactly recognize that there is a symptoms of that particular disease that. So we eagerly start feeling about that perfect technologies, and definitely IoT get help in that. If we see about the what are the healthcare challenges in day to day life, people feel that, then most important healthcare challenge is that nowadays we have pressure about the best productivity that, and without the better health you did not able to achieve the best productivity. Here in that talk basically I discuss about that health care challenges in the field of elder care, human health, animal health and tracking. And definitely here I add one new dimension. It's related to plant health, and how like a human health, plant health get help to maintain the ecosystem. So now let's start with what are the challenges with elder care that's, and how nowadays it's a very big business. Under the elder care, basically here I try to explain about that one of my latest patent work, which I completed in 2021 and it get published in 2022. Basically, nowadays, especially if I talk about the European countries, that market and as well as big challenge, but due to better health facility, people has long age, prior that 65 is a good age, that nowadays 80 is the norm, and definitely at the last 10 years segment that you needed you needed better elder care set, and that care get possible via into human based observation, and another one is device based observation. Now due to more productivity pressure, problem is that due to more productivity pressure, problem is that you did not able to give time to your elders. So mostly we are depending on, mostly problem is that we need to depend on machines, and it's created a very big market of elder cares and elder healthcare. Old age people needed cost-effective solution to satisfy their minimum need. Uh, Walking has become key routine lifestyle for elder people. This low-cost smart walker, which I developed in recently 1 year back, and we found the patent on that white body vital modeling, a smart mobility assistant walker. Here I discuss about that how such a smart walker can help people to achieve the goal of elder care. Here it's just a rough diagram of our patent that, and here you can see that at first we study about that the various requirements of elder care, not only regarding the help of walker has traditional work only to help to elder people as well as those people have some problem that in normal walking, that so it's a work as a support system. But here we detail study about that what are the various requirements for elder care, pills alert generations that, then various type of heart rate sensors that, wave cam for its panic buttons that, and wave cam if some accident happened that, then knee pain related things that, and we try to summarize all those things inside our product to make this product perfected and at the very low cost. Entire that product we develop at the cost of only 2,000 rupees. 2,000 Indian currency, or if we talk about in terms of dollar, then it's around maximum $25. It's a just block diagram of that, and there you can see that in the smart walker facility of buzzer, GPS, and then can emergency button, blood pressure and temperature sensors, that ultrasonic sensors, heart rate sensors, and not only that, it has a panic button also, medicine alarms also, that if some emergency happens, automatically message goes to particular spouse, and those are the responsible for take care, and it can prevent any emergency situations. This walker continuously monitor their health conditions, which include heart rate, blood pressure, body temperature, and send that data to independent or caretaker. It also fitted with emergency button to alert the people in case of any emergency. It capable to detect the obstacle in front of walker, and if some obstacle found, that automatically alarm get buzzed that. So it can help to a small accident preventions also that, and it had electric heating pad that provide to be relief for the knee pain which people are walking with. This walker also tells the step count of that person with the help of pedometer. It motivates to more and more walk that, and in that way you can see that how this product is really helping elder care. Now we shift on human health. Now human health monitoring is a big challenge, especially in if you go to rural areas that, and if I talk about the developing countries that, then it's a very big challenge. Many times that we did not able to identify the primary symptoms of disease that, and due to that, what happened? Due to that, when disease come in the serious conditions, then we consult to doctor, and that unnecessarily goes to more medical expenses. So IoT device, various IoT devices that help to identify the various type of primary symptoms disease that. Here you can see that just one small block diagram. Here you can see that we are putting a lot of different sensors like pulse oximetry sensors, blood pressure sensor, EEG sensors, inertial sensors that and connected with the microcontrollers that, and it's directly connected to uh, patient and doctors that, and that way, in the primary levels easily we identify that any type of disease that, and it's to reduce the medical health expenses. If we talk about the various medical devices or various IoT based medical devices, which has big role in a healthcare monitoring, then remote patient monitoring systems. It's a very big architectures that are like remote ICU monitoring, and then glucose monitoring that, because glucose monitoring is the one of the key role in the sugar related disease that. Another one is heart rate monitoring. Third one is hand hygiene monitoring. Then next one is depression and mood monitoring. Next one is Parkinson disease monitoring systems that, and another one is connected inhalers, ingestible sensors, connected contact lens, and robotic surgery. Here you can see that there is an n number of IoT devices, and nowadays you can say that like without the uh, devices like nowadays there is a n number of devices, and without IoT devices, even doctor is not yet capable to observe the exact healthcare condition as well symptoms of healthcare stuff. Nowadays, there is a thousands of critical diseases that, and observation based, physical observation based, you did not identify that. So nowadays, our entire healthcare monitoring is totally depend on IoT related devices. Next one is that. What are the IoT sensors that I already explained 5-6 sensor in initially that. Here I want to add few more generic sensors that which is frequently used that like a temperature sensor, heartbeat sensor, eye blink sensor, body movement sensor, SpO2 sensors that. These are a few more sensors, IoT sensors, which has biggest role in the healthcare monitoring. And here, I picked that table from one research paper that, and here you can see that like various sensors that how it get help to various type of applications that like ECG 8232 and Max L335cc. It get help to heartbeat monitoring. Another one is that LM35. It get help to temperature that. And then another one is glucose sensor NIA219. It's used for glucose monitoring raspberry. Then GSR, it's a GSR sensor, basically used for breathing rate, sweat gland activities. That next one is the accelerations. It get used for movement observations and all those things. And then MQ2 sensors, it get used for breathing. Another one is that strain gauge or load sets, it got used for load and how what activity get impact and how much in muscles that. And there's many more sensors like for touch GSR sensor, for movement PI sensors, body moisturizer, and many others that. So you can see that like for most of activity that for healthcare monitoring, it's a totally depend on IoT devices and IoT sensors that. Now, another table for some, it's related to behavioral electronics that or behavioral sensors that. And here you can see that like hexostin biometric sorts that, and it can monitor parameter like heart rate, variability, respiratory rate, number of steps, and most of your observations that. Next one is that job in UP33 fitness tracker stat. Another one is Microsoft Band 2, then Fitbit Charge HR, and Greenwin Vivo Smart HR Fitness Tracker stack. And these are the complete IoT devices stack, which get monitor the all healthcare related parameters stack. Another table, it's related to IoT wearable sensors that like body sensors, it can observe the glucose, heart rate, blood pressure, body temperature. Then another one is SpO2 sensors that focus on storing privacy and availability of data that come through wearable sensors. A smartwatch, a smart content lens, intelligent customer management, ingestible sensors, inhaler activity trackers, and HCMs and e-health that. So you can see that there is a lot of IoT wearable sensors and IoT sensors and healthcare monitoring devices are available, as well as every day to day life that continuously continuously scientists are working to develop the different type of sensors that which give the best accuracy that. And you can see that nowadays our entire healthcare management is depend on IoT related devices and IoT related sensors that. Here, if you see that IoT assisted wearable sensor system for healthcare monitoring, then you can see that layer by layer, that, like body sensors, at first sensors get observed, then in communication layer, Zigbee, Wi-Fi, and LoRaWAN get collected the data, and then it put in cloud servers that, and then it's a process in processing layer. It's process the data and then goes to the conclusions regarding your health. I have few works based on healthcare and tracking that. These are few paper. If you want, you can refer that. Now, next one is that animal health and tracking stack. Definitely, as human health are important, same way animal health are also important. That because in many developing countries, many domestic animals are the source of income. That so definitely animal health or his tracking is the most of the important parameters. That IoT in healthcare uses the biosensors and software for monitoring and maintaining the animal health records. That these kind of technologies make a precise health status and sickness projection, which are most effective in humans, but it can be applied to animal with few changes. That normally, like those are the in healthcare management, those are the various IoT devices are available for human management. That after slightly changes that now animal health market get grow that slightly with slightly changes that devices come in the market for animal health monitoring also that. But still till now, animal tracking is the more bigger business in comparison of animal health caring IoT devices. I have few works on this topic also. If you want, you can refer these works that. Now, next one is that plant health or smart agriculture stack. Definitely, most of countries, those are developing country, even a developed country also, depend. A major of is depend on agricultural product. So definitely, like proper plant health and increasing continuous monitoring, increasing plant health and production is also big challenge that, and IoT has also lot of role that. Here you can see that if we talk about that plant, then basically the aggregation is one parameter, pesticides is another one, is fungicide is another one, is that fertilization, soil preparation, air conditions, and air storage. That. And there is a lot of sensors get used to achieve these things, like leak sensor, steam sensors, temperature sensors, humidity sensors, root size sensors, and many other sensors. That here you can see that sensor and device used in agriculture, like pH sensor, gas sensor, ultraviolet sensor, motion detector sensors, PIR sensors, soil moisture sensors, temperature sensors, IOT, humidity sensors, and barometric pressure sensors. That and not only that, there is a other. If we see that in applications that in agriculture, that livestock management, precision farming, and greenhouse monitoring. Especially in precision farming and greenhouse monitoring, there's a lot of sensors get used there, and definitely these sensors get increase the productivity. That another things if you see the animal health monitoring, then there's also a lot of sensors get used that I already discussed that. There is a few pictures that for various sensors that how it get contribute in agriculture or some small animals health monitoring. That here you can see that there is the first one is the irrigation controller, and second one is the soil sensors. That third one is the seed and fertilizers related. That another one is the harvesting robot. That harvesting robot has also there is a lot of sensors. That this side that leaf sensors, that monitoring robots, 16 side sensors. That and if we combinedly see that, then there is a lot of especially in IoT related, sorry, agriculture related things. That there is a lot of sensors which can contribute in his level, like soil moisture sensing, pH value, image processing, motion detector, air humidity, wind detection, pressure sensor, temperature sensor, and gas sensors. That for crop production analysis, pH sensor has great role. For weather prediction, motion detection and image processing has role. Profit and loss prediction, air humidity has role. Crop disease prediction, wind image processing has a role. That and data analysis, there is a various sensors like air humidity, wind detection, pressure sensor, temperature sensors, gas sensors. These are used. That so here you can see that if I talk about the elder care, or if I talk about the another one another one sensors like if I talk about the elder care, if I talk about the human healthcare management, if I talk about the animal healthcare management, or if I talk about the plant management. Nowadays, most of device depend on various type of IoT sensors, that and quality of sensor definitely play the role of exact accuracy. That so hopefully it's a good insight. And you have very clear picture about that, how sensors get contribute in various dimensions. That if I talk about the IoT devices in modern healthcare technology, then implantable glucose monitoring system, activity tracker during cancer treatment, heat monitoring with reporting, medical alert system, ingestible sensors, medications dispensers, wireless sensors, trackable inhalers, we are able to fight depressions, connected contact lenses, location services, remote monitoring, and there is a lot of n number of devices. And even nowadays, you did not imagine about the modern healthcare technology without the IoT devices. That here you can see that if I talk about the IoT devices application in modern healthcare technologies, then you can see that cancer patient monitoring, Alzheimer's disease monitoring, blood pressure monitoring, stress monitoring, medical awareness, sleep monitoring, respiration monitoring, blood glucose monitoring, stroke rehabilitation, activity recognition, cardiac monitoring. There are n number of application of IoT devices in modern healthcare technologies. So, if we adopt IoT in healthcare, then there is a lot of benefit. That it's not benefit for only one person, that it's a win-win situation, that it's a benefit for patient, family, physician, hospital, and insurance companies. That and nowadays IoT is for there are several dimensions of IoT. IoT is for patient, IoT is for physician, IoT is for hospital, and IoT is for healthcare insurance companies. That so you can see that adopting IoT in healthcare is the win-win situation for all parties. That and major advantage of IoT in healthcare is like a cost reduction is the one major advantage. That improvement of treatment quality is another advantage. Faster disease diagnosis is the another advantage is that, and then proactive treatment, drug and equipment management, error reductions. These are several numbers of advantages. That now floor is open for you people. That if you have any queries or question, I am much happy to take your questions. If you have any questions and query, you can ask.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Durgesh Nandan. Thank you so much for your presentation.
Okay, thank you very much. If anyone has any question, then most welcome. Or if you want to contact with me for further research or further discussion, I am available on my website dnandan.in, or you can contact me on dnandan@IEEE.org. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Professor. Thank you so much for your presentation.